My name is Assumpta. You can follow me on Twitter at Assumpta13. You know how people have like hype songs, rappers and whatnot? I have a hype poem, so we'll start with that. It's called Try Your Luck. Words are my weapon of choice. Strangely enough, they seem to be yours too. The only difference between you and I is you use your words to benefit and appease you, whereas I use my words to encourage and motivate. Your words wreak havoc because sadly they are fueled by hate and envy. Don't you tire of sending malicious messages trying to offend me? Does it irk you that I continue to smile because my God will always love me? Therefore, I definitely don't need you to. So in case you misheard, I will happily repeat this for you. Words are a weapon of choice. Instead of guns, knives, and other sharp implements, I use my voice because I'm intelligent and using brain instead of brawn makes much more sense. I use my words to help those who read or hear them cope with what they're going through. You lie, cheat, deceive. I tell jokes, give advice, and light relief. And I'll be the first to let you know, don't let my religious name fool you. I have a long fuse, but annoy me enough and I will use these words to wound you. I launch calculated attack, throw darts tipped with venomous adjectives that you struggle to throw back. I use this rhetoric and exaggerated hyperbole to inflict maximum damage with minimum effort, leave you begging me for mercy and my name. The name you like to speak of so much will be etched eternally at the forefront of your memory, and I kid you not, maybe you should try your luck and I'll make it through the day you ever seriously offended me. About the poem, when I was at uni, I got bullied. So yeah, I got hate.
I'm after them.
I got hate mail. I had my car keyed. I used to get malicious messages.
Why?
I don't really know actually. I still don't. Yeah, at uni, you'd think people had better things to do with their time, but they didn't.
This just might hurt a little. Love hurts sometimes when you do it right. Don't be afraid of a little bit of pain.
Impossible. How many niggas done drop the floor?
The J. Cole.
Oh yeah, the J. Cole. You don't know that part, no?
Killer where he stands and stand over him, shake his hand and jump back in that middle.
Which guy? Kendrick,
Yeah.
You can't do that else.
In 2 minutes. So we're gonna all choose a subject, and then last time is like put it in a hat, innit?
I saw everyone start before 2 minutes. Me, I'm on that non-cheating team. I also saw the brother beside me take a pee. Martin Luther King, how much did he sleep? To be thinking of something that will change the world, rearrange the world when I dream? None of that.
Emotions. I mean, physically, why do people get so critically attached to words so literally, dramatizing habitually? A glass of wine or spirits, please, give me some freaking space to breathe. You don't fulfill my spiritual needs, and then I stop there.
My damaged Gnostic soul tries to shield itself from the intermittent screams. My ego is telling me to follow a vulture as my mind schemes. That's it.
I'm Sophia. You know.
She's got swag. Yeah, seriously. Swagger.
Me? I was always the ragamuffin in school. I was never the fastest, never the smartest, and I sure as hell wasn't cool. Boys didn't like me, but they loved to fight me. And because of the attention, girls loved to spite me. They would say things and I was like, bite me. On the inside I was scared, but I came across frightening. I was a coward, but I went through fighting. Teachers didn't like me. When I was wrong, they wouldn't fight me. They would give me sums that would lead to my doom, then pin up my stupidity all over the staff room. In school, I always felt like I had to prove myself. I was gonna start wearing makeup, so for once, someone would call me buff. But then I came to the realization that I was never gonna be good enough for the likes of her or the eyes of him, because it was deeper than that. Deeper than a pat on the back, or an invite to a party, or someone saving my seat. They didn't value me because I didn't value me. And it wasn't until I left school that I began building my inner queen. See, a monarchy is a monarchy of not just one person. Everyone who surrounds you should be as royal as you. I took this on board and began building my team. Only had to look around me to realise that my family were royalty. I was so ready to embrace the outside world and draw them in that I'd forgotten the blessings of the blood that pumped beneath my own skin. My family is a unit that can never be broken. My house is a fortress that can never be shaken. I belong to a team that can never be taken. Regardless of this, I still had to welcome myself as an individual. Girls, insecurities will eat you up and away. And it's a ball game we don't even realise we play. Low self-esteem is a dangerous disease that will drag you to your knees because you'll never be able to please the star on TV or the model in the magazine that doesn't know you exist. Yet we still ride to die as this fabricated creation to please Adam's eye, but Eve was made naked, no makeup, no weave, yet these things were to enhance, yet they seem to deceive. We are shy for why. We are scared of what we are hiding from who. If I'm the same as you, I may wear makeup, I can easily wear weave, but I will make sure that my qualities outweigh any effects of a low self-esteem. Kings, makeup does not mean she hates herself. Judging herself does not mean she hates herself, but finding confidence from something within does mean she rates herself, and rightly so. To be honest, to ourselves we have made ourselves slaves. Lastly, the queen should be aware of the way in which she behaves. Hoochie mama dressed like Hoochie mama soon is a baby mama ask where she went wrong. Loudmouth girl them meet rowdy man them who backhand them because they act like man them. Talk too much Tina meet story stirring Sarah who will talk Tina's business since that's what Tina does. Dress how you want to be addressed. Act your age, act your wage and act your gender. Know your worth. Make them treat you how you treat yourself. A king of kings made us, so who are we if not royal? We are God's servants, but we are one another's queens. So be a queen, attract a king. Give birth to princes and princesses, return to school. Summon your throne, get an education and make your mind grow. Find your team and let it be known that you are a queen. And under no circumstance, in any kind of situation, will you settle for less. Yeah.
Your internal beauty just makes you seem so perfect and so complete. Plus, we have things in common like music and books. You see, if we get together, our relationship wouldn't be based on looks. We'll be more than that because you're whole, complete. I guess I'm looking for that Disney love. You know, the type that knocks you off your feet. But I know I ain't no princess, my hair ain't blonde, nor my eyes blue. But should that really prevent me from making a knight in shining armor of you? His friend told me, this girl is crazy. We haven't even known each other for that long. Never have I met a girl so forward, so full on. But let me tell you that time is subjective. There's more to it than a clock. When I'm in your presence, the whole concept of time stops to a standstill. Will you just stand still? Look at me. Am I scaring you? What do you mean? Am I deluded? Because the pictures of you adorn my wall. Besides, why haven't you returned any of my calls? I can't believe this guy. Does he not know that he could have it all? I would dedicate mind, body and soul. Yet earlier he told me, well, basically he doesn't want to know, that I'm deluded and obsessed. Flipping prick, questioning my mental health? Besides, even Beyonce spoke of being crazy in love. He's obviously joking. That dodgy weed he's been smoking. But I forgive him, because that's what lovers do, right? Embrace each other's flaws. I know he loves me really. Let me give him that one more call.
Next time someone asks me who I am, I'll tell them. I'll tell them that I'm an amazing, God-like specimen, painstakingly crafted in God's own image, and I will mean every single word of it. See, for far too long, all I felt was invisible. I didn't like myself, couldn't recognize myself. every time I stepped out. Confidence was lacking and questions were abounding, so I just wanted to be invisible. With teenage years came cross-continental migration, and you see that didn't help matters. This new culture was such a frustration. My new peers, I didn't understand a fraction. With so much opportunity, their dreams never achieved conception. Morality was missing in action. Fun was identifiable by a long list of regrettable actions. They existed just to be the center of attraction, and I to them was just a side distraction. My name, they mangled beyond recognition. My accent, they ripped to shreds with no contrition. My feelings, they crushed with no emotion, and I couldn't find myself amidst all of their commotion, so I felt invisible. Wanted reality to match my emotions, felt invisible. Craved the confidence that only comes with true self-definition, so I set out to find myself. At first, I became the body of their perfection, and when they said I was beautiful, I guess I was. I molded myself into whatever it was that they wanted, and I lived for those moments when showering me with compliments, I saw glimmers of that confidence, that person I so badly wanted to be. I didn't know who I was, but I sold whoever that was at a high price, just so I could hear someone say you were beautiful, choosing to forget all along that when he called me beautiful, he wasn't giving me an upgrade. He simply acknowledged what God made. I became almost all their expectations, only to find that this new me wasn't matching my expectations. I didn't know who I was, but I had to be. I had to be worth more than that. And with that realization, I took my first steps on the road to who I am, saw a sign defining bondage as allowing my self-worth to be determined by other subjective limitations. So I looked for a standard that wasn't subject to permutations. Salvation set me free from self-imposed incarceration, so who I am is determined only by the Creator, not His creations. I opened Psalm 139 and I found my true definition. It wasn't linked to my profession, or my current situation didn't fluctuate with emotion. In fact, it made me rise out of depression. I opened it and it said, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and with that discovery, history was made. See, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so if for some reason you don't behold mine, well, that doesn't dismantle what God made, and my confidence has totally been remade. My value, it's not man-made. I know who I am, so I can embrace what I am. I'm 5'4", of intelligent, beautiful, awkward awesomeness, who is fearfully and wonderfully made. And on those days, on those mornings when I wake up and I dare to forget what God has made, and the confidence of yesterday has somehow been mislaid, I react on purpose until my misgivings are allayed, repeating to myself in the mirror of life, I am not invisible, I am not worthless. I am not invisible, I am not worthless. I am not invisible, I am not worthless. I'm 5'4", of intelligent, beautiful, awkward awesomeness, who is weirdly, wonderfully, fearfully, and awesomely made, and I dare you to prove different, because this is who I am. An amazing, God-like specimen, painstakingly crafted in God's own image. This is who I am.